What's good, everybody? It's D Brown Shanghai, and I'm back again with another story time. I know it's been a little minute, but as I always say, I see how much y'all like these, and I'm always surprised. But I was reminded of this story yesterday when I was on the phone with my sister, and I was like, "Oh my god, I forgot all of that even happened." I was like, "Yo, this could be a video." So here we are, man. And as you can tell by the title of the video, we gonna be talking about how the 2K boys. I say that in quotes because we never referred to ourselves as that. Just getting that out there. That was just a joke. Like, that was a roast that people had for us. But I just think it's funny, the 2K boys. But we're gonna be talking about how we fell apart. So at the time all of this started to happen and everything started unraveling, it was like basically probably like the middle. I would say probably the middle to end of the NBA 2K13 cycle. So we were doing our regular thing with our online leagues. And if you haven't heard any of my story times about like how me and my friends used to play 2K, you should probably go back and watch some of the videos so you can familiarize yourself with some of the people who I'm talking about and why this story even matters, why I'm even telling this story. But the link is in the description for the playlist. But like I said, we were on our regular ish of online leagues and playing the newly added 3v3 mode in NBA 2K13, which was basically park. And now that I'm saying it out loud, I remember that they actually had, like, you could join friends' locker room, is what you called it back then, I think. And you could join up and do like a private 3v3 with just your friends. But anyway, it was time for like the new consoles to be coming out and everything, which were the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. And so we were all like, yo, like what we doing, bro? Where we going? We sticking with Xbox or we going PlayStation? Because a lot of us came over to the Xbox 360 from the PlayStation 2. So after watching a whole bunch of videos detailing like what both consoles were capable of, I came up with the decision that it would be best if we all got PlayStation 4s. And so that was that, bro. We were all set. It was like, all right, we gonna get PlayStations. So somewhere around that time in my senior year, me and my mom ended up moving. And for what felt like 3 months, or it was probably actually 3 months, I didn't have any Wi-Fi. Like, I didn't have no internet at all because my mom didn't use like nothing. Like, my mom just watched TV. She didn't, she wasn't on no Wi-Fi. She didn't need Netflix or none of that stuff back then. So she felt like if she's not using the internet and the only thing we use the internet for is for me to play the game and like, be on my laptop and stuff, why is she paying the bill? She's like, you old enough to get a job and pay the bill. But I played soccer. Like, I played soccer and we had games. We could have anywhere from 1 game a week to like 4 games in a week, like back to backs, like the NBA, bro. Like, what job? Who gonna give me a job? I don't got no availability. And I'm not one of those kids that like the internet and social media has just always been around for me. But after like getting used to it, bruh, I would be miserable, bro. After soccer practice, I'd be like, man, anything but home. I'll go anywhere. I'll do anything, bro. But luckily, I was smart and I downloaded the whole series of The Chappelle Show and a whole bunch of movies on my laptop when I did have Wi-Fi. So I have something to do when I was at the crib because I couldn't play Xbox online. It's like everything I was playing had to be straight offline. So skip ahead a few months and I finally got some Wi-Fi. But by the time I got it, 3 of the 5 of us had already gotten our PlayStation 4s. And so basically, it was 3 of us were still left. One of us kind of stopped getting on altogether. And so basically it was me and Spates. If y'all remember that name, if you never heard that name, playlist link in the description. Go check out them videos. So we were really the only ones left on Xbox in our group. And Spates at that point wasn't really playing like his games like that. And I kind of stopped playing 2K except for like, I would dabble in this little 2K14 my league that I had, in which I finessed that NBA 2K14 from GameFly, but that's a whole nother video. But basically, the only reason we got online is to party up, and we would party up after like long away games. We would get back at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning after away games and talk about the game because we were both defenders and we played on the same side of the field. We played like I was center back and he was right back. Like we were like right in each other's area. And at that point, all of our friends who had PlayStations were enjoying NBA 2K14 on next gen. And we would go to my homeboy B house and we would all go over there. We would play 2K14 on PlayStation 4. And everybody would get like a good amount of games in and everything. But I purposely like barely played 2K14 because I was like, man, I don't want to like this game, bro. Because if I like this game and then I go home and I'm playing Xbox 360, 2K13 2.0, I'm just gonna get mad. So I don't even want to play this game. Like I probably played like 2 or 3 games, believe it or not, like 2 or 3 games of PlayStation 4 NBA 2K14. So somewhere along the lines of my senior year, I had money saved up. Definitely not from beating my friends in 2K and FIFA for money, and definitely not for playing college students at my sister's college. Definitely not from that. But I had the money and I was like, yo, it's PlayStation time, my boy. I'm about to get this PS4. And hopefully I can get everybody back together and we can get back into our thing of playing 3v3, which was now Park. Park came into the game, and playing our online leagues. But my mom and my sister, they had other ideas, you know? They was having none of that. Because my hard-earned money that I saved up would inevitably be put into fucking prom. And there might be some of y'all out there like, D Brown, what's so wrong with prom? As long as I've been alive, I have never in my life gave a single care about prom. Like, I've never been watching TV and I see like the episode of whatever show where the people going to prom and I'm like, yeah, okay. No. I don't care. No, nigga, I don't. My junior year of high school, I told my sister, I don't care about prom and I'm probably not going. But they forced me to spend my money on prom. I don't even understand it, bro. I guess it's because I was living in my mom's house. Like, what was I gonna say? No. I tried to say no. I told them, no, I don't want to go. Why would I spend money on something I don't want to do? But they literally made me go to prom. I ended up asking a girl that I was like already attempting to talk to and everything, right? And she said, yeah, I got a suit and everything. We color coordinated. We got food, all of the typical prom stuff. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad night by any means. And she's cool, she's a cool girl. But I don't think she ever really, felt me like that in that way. And when you pair that with spending all of that money and then missing out on a PS4, you do the math. $350+ for one night in one dimly lit ballroom or whatever you want to call it, which nobody was dancing, bruh. One suit that you probably gonna get like 2 or 3 more uses out of. And if I say so myself, the prom itself was weak. Whatever, man. I said it. If anybody from my high school watches my videos, which I know some of y'all do, class of 2014, keep it a buck, bro. Our prom was weak. I don't know about nobody else's, but just looking around, I remember that night thinking, like, yo, these wings are bomb, but this prom is whack, bro. Now that, or 5 to 7 years of incredible games, great memories with friends, and whatever else the PlayStation would have come with. You decide. You tell me. What would have been your choice in that situation? I had to go through all of this and miss my PlayStation 4 because my mom and my sister wanted pictures of me dressed up. They just wanted prom pictures. That's all it was. And at the time, they tried to sell me on the whole thing of it being about the memories. Like, oh, you're gonna remember this day. You're gonna look back, and you don't want to look back and be like, oh, I wish I went to prom. After listening to me tell this story, do you think I sound particularly fond of those memories? I told my sister this last night. We was on the phone, and she had nothing to say. She couldn't say nothing because she know I was right. She had nothing to say. She understand, like, they gave me what is probably one of my biggest L's. So who knows what would have happened if I would have got that PlayStation 4 then instead of when I got it. Maybe I make my YouTube channel in high school instead of college. Maybe we form a gaming collective around 2K like 2Hype did, which me and B did have a joint channel where we uploaded 2K11. And most importantly, maybe I could have kept all my friends together. Aww. Maybe to this day we will all be on PlayStation together, running Rec, running Park, Pro-Am, but instead I got to experience my senior prom, bruh. And I know I might have made all of this sound a little bit dramatic, but to be honest, during all of that time, like during that year where, some of us were PlayStation and some of us were on Xbox and stuff, we all still went to the same school and we all played basketball together like every day. But still, it was different, bruh. You know what I'm saying? When you go home and you like, dang, bro, you looking online and there's people online, but it's like, man, I could play with some of these people. But you know who you really want to play with. Like when we came up together, bro. But yeah, that's basically the story of how the 2K boys fell apart. And I just thought this was kind of funny. It's not like a big deal. I'm not actually mad at my mom or my sister or anybody for making me spend that money. If I was mad, so what? So what? Y'all made the wrong decision. Nah, but all jokes aside, man, that's all I got for y'all today. I guess the moral of the story, which, every story don't gotta have a moral. All my story times don't gotta have a moral, so I'm just funny. But the moral of this story, don't let nobody make you do something that you don't want to do. Because at the end of the day, you gonna have to live with that. Years down the road, when you look back on your life, like my mom and my sister, they didn't go to prom with me. They don't even know what happened. They don't even know what the inside of the building I was in looked like. But yet I'm the one who had to spend the $400, right? So don't let nobody force you to do something you don't want to do. And I know I'm just talking about prom, and I'm making it sound like I'm talking about standing up for your rights. But, it's a metaphor. Shit. But if you enjoyed the video, man, leave a like on it. And that's all I got for y'all today, man. But as always, I'm D Brown Shanghai, and I'm up out of here, man. Y'all take it easy.